Welcome to Math with Market. Today I'm gonna solve a really nice question. Let's talk about this. If y equals fx to the power of gx, we want to find y prime or dy divided by dx. We want to take derivative of really nice functions. So I know two solutions or two ways for these equations, and let's talk about the first one. I put ln behind this equation, so on the left side you can write ln y equals ln fx to the power of gx, and now you can move gx behind the ln, so on the left side again ln y equals gx times ln fx. So before I continue, you have to know some important things. So let me teach you. If you have log of a to base b equals c, so b to the power of c equals a. If b equals 10, we don't write this. We just write the log of a equals c, and it means 10 to the power of c equals a. And if b is equals e, we write ln a equals c, and it means e to the power of c equals a. Okay, so and our question was this, and now according to this really nice point, we can write y equals the a to the power of gx times ln fx. So let's talk about the derivative. I mean y prime or dy divided by dx. Before that, you have to know some really nice points about derivatives. If t equals u times v, t prime, t, u, and v are functions with x, with y, or some letters you want. T prime will be equal u prime times v plus v prime times u. If fx equals ln u, use functions like, for example, x, because we have fx. The f prime x will be equal u prime divided by u. And the last one, and that's important, is if you have, for example, hx, that's equal h to the power of u, and u is again a function. If you want to take derivative, that will be equal u prime times h to the power of u times ln a. According to these really nice points, I want to solve this question, and let's talk about this. Dy divided by dx equals, for the first time we have to take derivative of these really nice functions, so I write it as gx times ln fx divided by dx times the e to the power of gx times ln fx. And I don't write ln e because that's equal 1, you know this. And for solving this part, let me write it again. Dy divided by dx equals, take derivative of the first functions, that's equal g prime x times ln fx plus, take derivative of the second one, ln fx, that will be equal f prime x divided by fx times the first one, that was equal gx, and this multiplied by a to the power of gx times ln fx. But you know that, you know that a to the power of gx times ln fx is equal y, because I told you, let me show you, yeah, here. That was equal y. So it means instead of this function, I can write y. So it means I find the solution. The final answer will be equal g prime x times ln fx plus f prime x times gx divided by fx times y. And what was y? Was equal to fx to the power of gx. And yes, finish. We found a solution for this problem, and that was the first solution, the first way to solve this. And now I want to talk about the second one. Let me write it again for you. Y was equal fx to the power of gx and dy divided by dx. We have to find this. Again, I put ln behind this equation, so on the left side you can write ln y, on the right side you can write ln fx to the power of gx, and again you can write it as let me write it as gx times ln fx. And if we look at this equation, let me write it again for you. ln y equal gx times ln fx. Y is in ln on the left side, yes, and on the right side you have just some functions with x or something like this. So it means we can do implicit differentiation, and I mean you can take derivative on both sides. ln y, implicit derivative, implicit differentiation you can use. On the left side you can write dgx times ln fx divided by dx. Okay, so I told you a really nice points for taking derivatives, and I wanna write them again, or yes, let me write it again. If fx equals ln u, the take derivative, that will be equal u prime divided by u. And if t equals u times v, the t prime equals u prime times v plus v prime times u. Okay, so it means on the left side I can write 1 divided by y times dy divided by dx. Don't forget to write dy divided by dx. Why that's important? Because y is a function with x, so we have to take derivative of a y because that's a function. Don't forget to take derivative. And on the right side we can write the take derivative of the first one, g prime x times ln fx, yes, plus take derivative of the second one, and that will be equal f prime x divided by fx fx times gx, the first one. So it means we find the solution. dy divided by dx equals y times gx times g prime x times ln fx plus f prime x times gx divided by fx. However, you know that y was equal fx to the power of gx. So again, as you know, the final answer will be equal fx to the power of gx times g prime x times ln fx plus f prime x times gx divided by fx. Let me write it. That was equal fx. Yeah. And if you like the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel, don't forget to like the video, and if you have another solutions to this problem, please write your solutions on comments or comment it. And yes, thank you, and this channel is Maths with Marker. Have a good day.